Miraculous Ladybug. It's such a weird franchise for me because I don't think I've encountered a fandom much like it. It's more well known for its fandom and its unique relationship with the work itself. In fact, I only know people who like the show's fan works, but not the show itself. I've only seen this like one other time before, which was the My Little Pony franchise with its pony sonas. But back to Miraculous. Among the controversial episodes of season 1 is Kung Food. One of the funniest things I've had to see in this opening was just how Marinette is trying to speak Mandarin Chinese. I know the actors don't speak it normally in their daily lives, but I do wonder what takes they actually went with and what other takes exist, because the first time she said it, the one where she got this result, I honestly felt like it sounded more natural, but not according to the app, which is actually probably way more accurate than I expect. But this is coming from a person who uses Chinese in a limited capacity at home. Not anymore, obviously. Speaking of use of Chinese, pay attention to this. 我的名字, I only use this at home, I swear. 我的名字叫 sounds really unnatural to me. I think that's the point, but most people introduce themselves as 我叫. I swear to you, I speak this at home. Speaking of Chinese, Adrian is apparently speaking Chinese, but if you asked me, I had no idea what the hell he was saying, and it is bad. Again, I can't fault the actor for saying the lines this way, but I do wonder what other takes exist. But actual plot of the episode time. It's about a cooking contest, and Chang, Marinette's uncle, is a master chef. And since Chloe is the episode designated mean girl, she needed to make a remark about him making sushi. Yeah. So basically, the whole moral that is hammered into your head is that there's a difference between Chinese and Japanese people. Chloe, still needing to put on the mask of the mean girl and useful idiot for Hawkmoth, decides that she's going to sabotage Chang. Quick side note, I do actually enjoy that whenever Chang is shown cooking, they use the copper pots because copper is a good conductor of heat. It basically gives up heat as quickly as it absorbs it, but that's just the chemical engineer in me. But back to Chloe. She is sabotaging the soup. Huh. When you live in a city where being significantly angry or petty enough will make a nice black butterfly land on you and turn you into a monster, this is probably the most blatant case of stupid evil. And to no surprise, guess what? He does get akumatized. In terms of design, I do like the Chinese opera mask incorporated into the face, but I don't like the Son Goku hair or the garb. Yes, I do realize the garb is based off of the Shaolin monks, and I do realize Son Goku is based off of Sun Wukong, or the Monkey King if you wish. It doesn't excuse what happens next. So Kung Fu's plan is to Kung Fu. Kung Fu's plan is to kidnap Chloe, and then cook her into mind control soup. And then, to make sure that everyone stays around and watches, he caramelizes all the exits. And ew, Adrian, you just ate a floor caramel. I'm going to just skip the mind control fights and then just cut straight to the problem. Kung Fu's weapon of choice is the sushi tonfa and a buster sword made out of pizza. Nope, I am not using the anime reactions in this video. Be gone! I'm going to use the American adaptation of a Chinese ballad, Dishonor. Dishonor on this whole scene. So let's examine the moral this episode's trying to push for 5 seconds. There are differences between Chinese and Japanese people. Asian cultures are not interchangeable. Also, Chloe's an idiot. But back to the moral of the story. This could be a good opportunity to demonstrate Chinese cuisine. At least with stuff you can't order at a Panda Express. My grandmother on the Chinese side of my family didn't particularly like this and called them a grease trap, but let's take some time to expand the horizon. Kung Fu should really be swinging around vegetable baskets like this. He should be using Chongqing hot pot as an acid that melts through floors. Pork belly buns can be used as something, I don't know, explosive, Pac-Man heads, you name it. Instead of using items that are from Japanese martial arts and pop culture, you could take some cues from the mythology surrounding Sun Wukong and the Journey to the West. One of Tripitaka's companions uses a nine-tooth rake. Also, more Chinese cuisine stuff. Hurling giant noodles. Yes, I realize this picture is from Taiwan, but still. We really could use starch noodles because those are less famous. And of course, considering the mythology around the Monkey King who uses a staff that can change dimensions, you could really just change the dimension of the noodles and just have that be his weapon of choice. Yes, I know I sound like a complete lunatic for saying this, but this episode you can be very creative with. I wouldn't even mind this stupid Buster Sword if they used a more Chinese design. Like the Dao or the Dada, which were basically used throughout the Second World War in the Chinese theater. So basically, bye bye little butterfly, Chloe gets the you can't fire me, I quit. Everyone likes the actual soup and not the sabotage soup, and the end of the episode. I think my verdict on the matter is clear. Broken Aesop aside, I don't find this episode horrible. For starters, Marinette and Adrian actually talk like human beings for the most part, and it's just an okay episode. Moral aside, I don't think it's terrible. I think I've seen way worse from this series. But that's just what I think. Let me know in the comments.